Hello and welcome to another PA Matches cast. I'm Brian Purkiss, and this is round 4 of Pace's Master of May tournament. Got a 1v1 between Burnt Custard and Chpodowock. I've just been calling him Chip. So if we pull on over the brackets, look at this. Currently, Chip and Burnt are currently tied for the #1 slot in the tournament, so it's very likely that this might determine the outcome of the match. It is only round 4, and then there's 5 and 6, so there could be some upsets, but if both of these players continue with their winning streaks, at any rate, we'll see how the rest of the tournament works out, just providing a little bit of context for those of you who aren't participating live. Okay, so let's see. Chip is over here in the blue. He's going for pretty standard builds and is hugging this crack. He's doing a very good job of microing his early build to prevent his commander from walking. He's got a very nice tight queue. Those few seconds can make a difference. Going for fairly standard energy or fabricator, and then he's got the stinger there to prevent bomber snipes. Stinger's going to follow around the fabricators. Now over here, Burnt Custard. Burnt Custard has gone for a factory sooner, so he's going to have faster scouting intel, but he is falling behind, or is lagging behind economy-wise. So that'll be interesting. Also, Burnt has got fabricators moving in 2 different directions. So since Chip has 2 fabricators working on the same extractors, he's going to be able to get his economy growing faster than having them moving in 2 different directions like that. Wow, this is a fantastic metal clump here. But Chip now knows where Burnt Custard is. I lost track of Burnt's scout, but Burnt does know where Chip is. So if we look at the terrain in between the two, lots and lots of rocks and plateaus and valleys. So navigating the terrain in here is going to be a challenge. We're probably going to run into some pathing areas, but there are quite a few choke points. So that means laser defense towers are going to be very valuable and very useful in this terrain. So it's going to come down to possibly an air battle, lots of flanking, maybe some proxy bases. Okay, let's see. Chip is calling for spawns not equal. I should have been paying attention and counted up the metal. So 2, 4, 6. So okay, crap, this is going to be a difficult call for me to make. Burnt Custard has more metal close, but has much less expansion. Well, but look at all this over here. So let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 20. Okay, so okay, man, I really hate calling balance or spawns and making decisions like that. Nobody can't please everyone. Okay, so let's go back to the match. Chip is working on his advanced factory. Burnt does have a larger economy and is doing a nice job of expanding far and wide. Chip has got these fabricators over here and really needs to get them working on claiming 2, 4, 5. There's a decent amount of metal over here. Very nice laser defense tower placement. Probably will see some walls, maybe some pelters and some air defense, but this is a very, very important pathway. Burnt Custard's got some nice raiding going on. Looking at the metal, looks like at this point Chip is working on getting out factories all over the place, which is a very, very good move. And yeah, see, look at this expansion back here. There's lots of metal clumps for Chip to expand to, while Burnt Custard's expansions are much less lacking, or much more lacking. So, yeah, I think I'm good with calling these spawns even. So Chip. Got a bit of bots moving in from Burnt Custard. That's going to be a very, very painful. Lost 3 metal extractors, but oh no, oh no, oh no! Oh, that was a very nice win for Burnt Custard, killing that advanced bot fabricator, and some very poor micro from Chip. Those slammers moving in, putting in some good work. So in this disparity, let's see, let's look at the... Still fairly equal at this point. If you look at the total army metal, Burnt Custard is a little ahead, but not by far. And economy-wise, Burnt Custard is doing pretty well, but... Uh-oh, advanced air from Burnt Custard. Yep, and we've got idle fabricators, and fabricators moving in all directions. There we go, advanced bot fabricators now out from Chip. He really needs to get that advanced bot fabricator building rather than sitting idle. Some very good raiding from Burnt Custard, keeping Chip on his toes. In the previous matches, that's what Chip has been very good as far as raiding, and he's not doing as good of a job this time around. Ooh, nice move. Working on a second factory, working on the advanced vehicle factory. Let's see how Burnt Custard is doing. Burnt Custard is working on building lots of advanced air, focusing down pretty hard on that advanced air factory. But he is wasting metal. This would be a nice opportunity for him to take 1 or 2 of these fabricators and build a few metal storage to account for these fluctuations. When you're assisting a factory like that, boom, you see that? You can run into this where you'll waste a lot of metal. And now the reign of the gunships. Advanced air is just so stinking powerful. Those gunships are moving around, feeling up the defenses, and those those missile defense towers were focusing down on the missile defense towers, and it looks like air superiority, it very well could work out as a win for Chip. Pulling in a hummingbird, but those peregrines will have no problem dealing with those hummingbirds. Chip is in a very difficult position. There we go. Now he's working on the advanced air factory, and he is playing defensively. That is not good. Chip needs to start playing aggressive, or he is going to get left behind. Oh, we got some raiding bots moving around, some nice expansion. Still plenty more map to expand to, as well as some idle fabricators, but this is where we run into multitasking becomes very difficult. I'm going to use this to keep an eye on the back of the planet. Sniper bot's moving forward with only one stinger that is very vulnerable. Because of Burnt Custard's air superiority. Now those sniper bots are moving straight into the doxes and are destroyed with ease. This is not looking good for Chip. He's making quite a few key mistakes. He has lost air superiority, which is not really a mistake. And he lost one of his advanced bot fabricators. That is a very nice move from Burnt Custard. Advanced Air Factory has been built by Chip, and Chip really needs to pump out lots of peregrines. If I were in his position, I'd get all these fabricators, focusing on assisting that air factory, building nothing but peregrines. He desperately needs to take control of the air layer, or he is going to be in trouble. Economies are still fairly even. Chip is not completely using his economy. He's got some nice micro over here moving forward with sniper bots. And, it looks like that sniper bot, that sniper bot's going to just walk straight into the enemy doxes and get killed. He's got a decent amount of idle fabricators. Let's look at the total unit count. Burnt Custard has more fabricators. If you watch my previous match, then you'll see heard me talking about fabricators. Whoever has more fabricators tends to do better. Well, we got some scouting. Some hummingbirds and peregrines doing some very, very nice scouting. Got some good intel. Unfortunately, he did not see that advanced vehicle factory, which is now finished. And there's a Vanguard loaded up in a transport. Looks like we're going to see some Vanguard hot drops. This is not looking good for Chip. The match was fairly equal, but it's not looking good. Burnt Custard put on lots of early harassment, which got Chip on the defensive, and there we go, moving in. Vanguard was very nicely dropped just outside, but is moving forward. That commander needs to be micro. There we go. Use that Uber Cannon. Use that Uber Cannon. Down goes the advanced power. That is not good. But surprisingly, his power is still positive for now. That was a very, very big win for Burnt Custard.
LOL.
Yep, I forgot to mute my TeamSpeak. There we go. TeamSpeak muted. I apologize. This is not looking good for Chip. Okay, we got a decent attack moving forward over here, but doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Burnt Custard is just doing a much better job of raiding and is keeping Chip on the defensive. Oh, we got a bunch of gunships. Oh, and all those gunships are destroyed. A bunch of metal extractors. Man, Burnt Custard, this has been a close match, but at this point, Burnt Custard is outplaying Chip. Man, Chip, I was really rooting for you. I really was. But Burnt Custard's just been doing a much better job of raiding this match. Plenty more metal left out, unguarded. And Advanced Vehicle Factory's almost done, but abandoned. Oh no! Almost done. He needs to keep at least just one fabricator assisting that vehicle factory, otherwise all that metal is just completely wasted. Another thing, Chip has not been working on his advanced economy much, which is why the disparity in eco. He just hasn't built like any advanced metal extractors. And that advanced vehicle factory is now degrading and going to be gone. So Chip got put on the defensive foot and has buckled. Burnt Custard has been doing a fantastic job raiding and just all around attacking, as well as stepping up to his advanced eco. That advanced eco is just boom, put Chip in the toilet, I guess would be the appropriate word. Lots of vanguards moving forward. Lots of fighters. You saw these. There's vanguards loaded up in transports. Probably going to see another vanguard hot drop. Bots moving in on all sides. Gunships moving in. Vanguards and shellers. Vanguards and shellers are a very nasty combo. Use those shellers to, well, do that. Lob shots, and those, they have so much damage. In the current build, they're just so much better than pelters in every way. Cost, mobility, accuracy, damage. And Chip calls GG. Yes, very, very well played. There's the self-destruct. Very, very well played by Burnt Custard. I really disliked being put in a position to have to call spawn fairness, but I don't think it was the spawns that determined the outcome of this match. I think it was just Burnt Custard's mass multitasking and aggressiveness. He did a good job expanding, even though he did not have hardly anything to expand to, but mainly his aggression. Burnt Custard was just majorly aggressive, and man, he was even working on a nuke. He was extremely aggressive, keeping Chip on the defensive, so Chip was losing his base bit by bit, while Burnt Custard wasn't losing any of his base. Burnt Custard was raiding on all sides. Very impressive. Raiding like that is just very difficult in single-player matches, and Burnt Custard did a masterful job of raiding in all directions. And then the other mistake that Chip made was he didn't step up to advanced eco. He didn't have any advanced metal extractors, so the economy was fairly neck and neck, but Chip was losing his economy because Burnt Custard was raiding, and then Burnt Custard was building those advanced metal extractors, which just won him the match. So, well played. I'm very sorry, Chip. I was rooting for you. I really like when underdogs come out of nowhere and do well in these tournaments. Looks like you're not going to win, but you are going to be one of the high-ranked. I tip my hat to you. And Burnt Custard, man, masterfully played. Very well played. I really enjoyed that match. I hope you all did. Let me know what you think in the comments, and drop me a like and a subscribe. I'll see you next time.